form, in a relatable form, having culturally relevant books for our children to see themselves, experience their culture, and actually be excited to learn. To be honest, we shouldn't be reading Huckleberry Finn in 2023, 2024.
True.
That does not
and
speak
you know,
anything.
the thing is, on top of that, right? It's so good for everybody to read these, parents, children, everything, because there's often a fear of the unknown, and that includes people that we've never encountered.
Yes.
And if all you're seeing, all the media that you're consuming is saying Black and brown people are bad, you're going to come away with that. Like, oh, Black and brown people are bad. Like, and you've never met somebody from another culture, so it's super important to expose. If you're not around the majority of this audience comes from communities of color, but if somebody is not exposed to that, they become afraid and they look at what media is telling them instead of doing their own kind of, I don't want to say research, because they're not researching a person, but reading books like this and getting information from other places. So oftentimes it's unfortunate, but that's what the world is. But we need people like you and our, other authors to really share your experiences, because those are so valuable, not just to your daughter, but to everybody else who's reading those books.
Yeah. I mean, the books have grown into something else, but being inside the classroom, that's when it really solidified the work I was doing, seeing the response the kids were having. One of the things I've noticed that teachers, they have a hard job because they're working with a small budget and sometimes no budget at all, with a large classroom of 30 to 40 kids in public schools, especially here in the Bronx. And one of the things that worries me the most is that a group of those kids are not going to go ahead in life. And because our literacy gap is so huge, it mainly affects Black and brown kids. So if we're not finding a way to inspire them, and mom and dad are too busy to read a book or even give them a digital book, I'm not sure how our next generation of authors or creators or podcasters or movie creators are going to look like, but they might still not look like us if we continue down this path.
I don't even know how to, I don't even think I have anything to say after that, because that's so